I think the key challenge as a global mobility professional in the UK is definitely the constantly changing immigration laws. Because when it comes to UK, talent is a big question mark, and the constantly changing immigration laws is not making it easy for us to kind of find the right talent for the right place. The good thing is, with these challenges, we also have a great opportunity of interest to UK. People are interested to come here and work in the UK, so we kind of balance that challenge with that benefit.
The UK is a great location for mobility, especially if you're coming into London. London being the cosmopolitan metropolis that it is. However, it is a very high cost location, so therefore that obviously brings a challenge to many programs. It's also extremely difficult to find appropriate schools at a reasonable cost. So that's a flag I would give to many. However, it's a very easy immigration system, albeit one of the highest costs in the world. It is also very easy to navigate as a corporate. So I'd say that those are the main sort of challenges and opportunities in the UK, but it is a great location for sure.
So I would say one of the biggest key challenges is immigration and the cost of immigration. I think that puts a lot of companies off sometimes trying to bring someone into the UK. But having said that, the rewards are amazing. You know, you get to work. The UK, and especially London, is seen as a hub, a central hub, and then you get to work with some very talented people from across the world that you might not necessarily get in other countries and locations.
I've only worked in UK since I started in global mobility, but I think one of the great benefits and rewards of working in UK is the network and like GMJ and the support that is available for all global mobility professionals who want to get into this industry or want to learn and to develop.
One top tip when you're moving assignees would be definitely know their personal circumstance. Get to know them, get to know their needs and their wants, get to know their family circumstances, because the worst thing that you can do is make assumptions, have everything in place for their move, and then find out actually you hadn't thought about how you're going to get their Rottweiler, for instance, into the location because you just hadn't discussed with them what are their overall family circumstances.
Do you find many people want to bring over their Rottweilers? Is this a common problem?
It's not a real, like, they'd say dog and then you don't tend to ask, is it a Rottweiler? So definitely check all of it.
The opportunity to be able to learn, if you work in a global mobility program in the UK, you are automatically somehow exposed to all of the European locations. So you get the opportunity to learn the employment laws, the compliance, the immigration aspects of moving people across Europe. So it's almost given. It's in a way, it's given that you're going to learn that whether you thought about it or not. So it's a great opportunity. You not only learn about moving people across, Europe within the UK locations, you also kind of, in a way, get the understanding of moving people across the European regions. So that's one of the greatest things of working anywhere in Europe, to be honest.
So the UK generally isn't a majorly challenging location for global mobility. However, I think the immigration aspect of this can be quite frustrating to the businesses. Often at times, the timeframes for UK visas are quite substantial. We often need to manage expectations of the business quite early on to ensure that they are aware of the timings of when a relocation will go ahead. In relation to kind of immigration in the UK as well, costs are often a factor. Compared to some other locations, costs for a UK visa are quite high with the annual skills charge and also the healthcare levy as well. So it's important that the business factor these in to their costings when considering a assignment as well. So this can be quite challenging for a business.
I think a lot of corporates headquarters are here. I think it's probably I would say, in my opinion, the biggest global mobility hub outside of the US in terms of the sort of nature of multinationals having executives and other types of mobile employees coming into the UK. So you get a lot of variation in the UK, and I would say that that makes it a really top location for a GM leader or professional to support.
I'd say the challenge is at the moment is the whole immigration piece. It's completely changed. As I'm sure people are aware, the UK left the European Union, and so there's been complete changes with the way that people from the EU can now come here to the UK. So that would probably be the biggest challenges at the moment, because I think prior to Brexit, there was a lot of EU workers that would be coming to the UK to work. Just trying to think of rewards to come to the UK. I mean, sometimes we have sunshine, but I mean, if you want a bit of colder weather or you want some rain, then probably the UK is the right place to be.